In this fourth segment, we'll look at a pattern that uses double stops and triple stops to outline the chords. And this is really useful for kind of staying in the background, doing a real low impact type of accompaniment. And basically a double stop is just hitting multiple strings at the same time. So a double stop is hitting 2 strings, a triple stop is hitting 3 at the same time. And so if I applied this to a C major chord, playing that with a double stop would look something like this. To do a triple stop, I'd use 3 fingers. Now there's a trick to making this sound really precise and have good timing. And the way to do that is when you hit with the fingers, you want them to be connected. Just connect them next to each other. That way, the timing is much easier to execute at the same time. If you separate them, it's easy to get a little bit of a delay in there. So when I'm hitting 2 fingers, I'll have them right next to each other. 3 fingers, all 3 touching each other. Makes it much easier to go through the strings at the same time. So we can apply this same feel to some different time signatures. For instance, if we were doing it in 3/4, we would hit the bass note on the first quarter note and then the chord on the last 2 quarter notes. So if you want to see the exact chords and pitches that I'm hitting, you can look at the tab at the beginning of the video. But essentially it would look like this. So that'd be like a 3/4 feel. For 4/4, just add another quarter note. And notice that when the melody is in the bass line as it is here, this type of comping pattern really brings that out because it keeps the chords kind of sounding like a piano, and the bass is what really continues to ring. One other application of this would be in a 6/8 feel. And I should mention also with that 4/4 that we could feel that as 2/4. We could feel it as eighth notes where it would be only 2 beats long. So in that case we'd have 1 and 2 and. So in that case it would look like this. Same exact fingerings, just a little faster, counted in eighth notes. For 6/8, we've basically got 6 eighth notes in a measure, and that gives us time to actually alternate the bass notes. So for the first beat of each measure, we could play the root note and then go to the 5th for the 4th beat. So in the key of G major, we could play something like this. And we'll look at one more pattern in our next segment.
So hello there, I'm Kim Ritchie, and now I'll play the entire song for you, and it's called A Place Called Home.
It's not hard to see. Anyone who looks at me knows.
And if I'll show you about the picking pattern, your thumb is going to pick the bass note. Go like this.
Call my own. Yeah, seems like so long ago.